All right, guys, I just ordered this attic fan from Home Depot, and as you can see, I have another project going on in this room right now. But we've got a heat wave coming, and my attic fan has not been working for the last year. I am not an expert on attic fans. I know how to replace or install one. I know that it is going to help my attic. I know there's a lot of debate online whether these are effective or not. All I know is when the attic fan worked before, we were good. So let's go up and install this attic fan. Now I'm keeping it light duty because it's already hot out today, but it's going to be hotter later this week. So all I'm bringing up is my electrical tester, a screwdriver to swap out the wiring, a pair of diagonal cutters to set up any wire, anything that needs to be cut wire-wise. We've got some screws and I've got my drill. That's pretty much all I'm going to need up there because there's already one in place. But this one from Home Depot comes with new brackets. And this attic fan was $110 from Home Depot. So for me, that is an easy no-brainer situation. And as you can see here, we're already having trouble keeping up, which this thermostat is located in the worst spot of my house because this area is the front of the house and it gets the hottest. And the returns are right in this hallway, so I always feel like this thermostat shows definitely a higher temperature than what it is downstairs. I probably need 2 zones. So I will say this, the switch for the fan is in here, and it is controlled by this fuse. Now, odds are this fuse could be bad. I do have a replacement for the fuse, but the fan was loud before, it was rumbly before, so even if our fan, when I get up there and test it out, is not dead, it's going to be replaced either way, which this attic access is the worst in the world. But I have a fuse for this and I'll be shutting down the power to this area because the wiring is slightly confusing, but that's why we're going to figure this out. Another thing that's important, they very much stress that you should wear gloves. So I'll go grab my gloves because this is sharp metal and it will cut you. It's very unforgiving. So I'll go grab the gloves real quick. So I'll just show right here. We're off, we're on, off, on. So we're going to leave this off and we are going to go up and see that the power's off at the fan. Which to me, I guess this old fuse is still good. I mean, this is outdated and it's something that I would take recommendation from someone else of what's best to replace an old fuse situation like this, but we're going to go up and see what's going on. Here is a nice look into our attic up here, which is terribly insulated, and it's a problem that I need to deal with, but I know that the attic fan will at least help me for now in this upcoming week because I need to make a serious plan for re-insulating this. But it's going to be real hot up here, so if your attic's really hot, make sure you let someone in your house know you're going up there. Check in on you. Be safe. Don't get overheated. Stay hydrated. And yeah, let's go check this out. You can see there's our fan down there. I mean, you can just see this old insulation here. It's just not enough. Definitely not enough. And it's hot in here. Maybe not the best decision to do this today. All right, as you can see with my old attic fan here, it's a similar setup to the new one I have. What I want to see is if I have power going to this thermostat right now, because what this thermostat is supposed to do is it's supposed to turn on when the attic gets to a certain temperature, and as you can see, it's not. And I'm testing our power here, and we have nothing coming in. So what I'm going to work on doing is disconnecting our box here and getting this fan removed. Just see if we got power coming off anything here as well. No, I'm not seeing anything. It does sound like I have a dove sitting right outside of the window here, which is kind of cool. And there's a bit of a breeze coming in. I'm gonna try to get this box taken apart here. Just a little popped wedge on the side of it. It's definitely pretty old school. I'm sure we'll notice that our newer box won't look too different from this. And this is where I really want to make sure that I don't have any power coming in here. Test our hot. Now, as you can see, this goes to this thermostat here, and that's what would turn this on. But I am not getting any power out of any of this. So we're going to disconnect those. I'm still going to be careful. We're going to throw our wire nuts on after I get the disconnect off. I'm getting a little hot up here. I may go take a 5-minute break and come back up, but I've been in attics for HVAC swap outs back in the old days when I was a helper working for a plumbing and HVAC company, which I eventually got my own van plumbing wise. But man, the HVAC stuff, I give a salute to you guys, especially if you're doing any systems in the summer right now. Salute to you. All right, I didn't take a break. We're just gonna keep rolling here. All right, as you can see, I don't know how they got the screws in the top of this bad boy. Oh, I guess they mounted it first. Gonna need a ratchet set. That was one thing that I didn't tell you guys you might need, but I'm gonna need to go grab some ratchets to get these nuts off right here. So just looking at these brackets here compared to what comes in our new guy here, which is, again, a nice fan for $100. I know $100 isn't cheap, but seriously, not bad at all. The brackets for this are a much smaller size. I'm just going to take these bottom screws out and see if it gives me better access to the top. Just good old 3-inch drywall screws. Old fan is out. It feels much better up here near this vent than it does 2 feet away. Now, the old guys who are working in this attic would have just left this here, but I'm setting a new standard in this attic where I actually get rid of my trash, unlike the previous people. Now, as you can see here, we've got a simple pack of screw and bolt situation. These are just going to go on these brackets on the outside. Your 2 screws, your 2-hole mount will go right here, and then here you have your areas for the screws. On our instructions here, it gives you different setup situations here. So you can see for mine, where I'm going to be screwing into the bottom and top, it's going to be more like figure 2B than it'll be like 2A, but still pretty simple setup. You want to get your brackets on, and you want to get it screwed up there. So the end of my nut driver here, I'm trying my hardest not to lose any of these, because you know how it is. You lose one of these and you're just toast. The end of my nut driver here will fit right onto this, so I can set my Phillips head on this side, throw my nut driver on, and just tighten this right up. Now, one rule I just technically broke right there, leaning my bare arm on this metal here. Not a good idea. I'm lucky I didn't cut myself on that. That's why you got to be careful. Any type of sheet metal work, be careful, because I could have just cut my arm open there. So let that be a reminder to you. Try not to touch it with your bare skin. Guys, I actually have these bolts on the inside. I'm going to switch this around and put the Phillips head on the inside and the bolt on the outside. All right, as you can see here, we have our mounting brackets on. I'm gonna see how it lines up right here. If I don't like how it lines up, I might go grab some new 2x4s to attach here, just so I have a bit of a nicer setting on it. But I'm going to see if I can do the high and low brackets like the old one was done. If they don't fit, I'm gonna just grab some new 2x4s and add a little new framing section. See, now she would fit like that. The question is can I get that angle? Now, I actually have a box of these 1¼ exterior screws that I'm going to use to mount this up, because these are nice and solid, and For it being in an attic, I know they'll be able to definitely handle some of the elements that are going on up here. Now, as I was saying about my extension, I have a Milwaukee extension piece here, so I'm just going to swap this out, throw in my Phillips to that, and now I will have the reach to get up into that corner. Both top corners are mounted. I'm gonna throw 2 bonus screws in here because why not? It's got 3 holes. I want this thing to be nice and solid. Now we're gonna mount our thermostat over here. They say that this element should not be hidden behind a stud. So we are going to have this mounted just like this. We want it to be hanging off, and I'm pretty sure the old one might have been hanging like that, but I don't think they did it right. Now what I'm gonna do right here is I'm going to mount up my old wires to this. These are some good wire nuts, I will say too, so not too worried about them. Do a little testing again, make sure everything's good. Make sure no one hit a switch or did something in the time you were working. I did just take a 10-minute break. One of my daughter's earrings fell out and she was worried the hole was going to close back up, so I had to sanitize and get the earring put back in. I just got my ground wire looped around here. And I'll tell you what, when you're getting hot and sweaty working in an attic like this, doing stuff like this just isn't fun, especially when the ground is kind of like bouncing out. All right, we're going to connect our neutrals here. Your hot wire that comes from the thermostat, that will tell the system to turn on when your attic gets to the temperature. All right, I'm going to try to neatly place these wires back into our little box slash thermostat right here. With these covers, you want to make sure that all your lips are on the outside. You just want to bend in the insides a little bit when you're sliding this cover on. So right now the attic is set to 110. I'm going to check the specs and see the recommended setting for this to run, and we'll set our thermostat and screw this up here. Our factory recommended setting is 105, which this is set at 105, and I would not be surprised if it is 105 in here. So we're going to keep it on the factory recommended setting, and I'm going to see how it runs over time. But let's get this mounted up, throw our power on, and do a test. All right, guys, I will say I turned my thermostat down to around 100 to get this to turn on. I had it at the 105, it didn't power on, and I was like, oh gosh, what's going on here? But I just lowered the thermostat. I checked if it had power first with my tester, lowered the thermostat a little bit, and she fired right up. And I gotta say, it runs nice and quiet. It really does, especially compared to the old one. I mean, it's just flowing. If anything, the rattling from here might be a little more noise than the fan motor itself even makes. So we have power, we have air. I can just feel the airflow blowing past me right now. So that's good news. That's very good news. Now, one thing I'll say is I also have a vent on the other side of this attic. One of the knocks on these attic fans is they say that the fan pulls your cool air from the rooms below if your rooms aren't sealed well enough and pulls it up into the attic. Well, I have a vent on the other side of this attic, so it's going to pull that airflow straight through here and out of here. So it's going to do the job that it's supposed to do. It was put in here for a reason. Next is going to be doing the insulation up here, but I'm going to have a lot of cleanup to do, and I'm just not looking forward to that job. So guys, if you're ever wondering how to install your own attic fan, it can be as simple as that. If you don't have one existing, obviously consult an electrician, or a new line needs to be ran to it, or a new switch needs to be ran. But first thing you want to do is make sure you have cross flow ventilation so it's not pulling the air up from the rooms below, and hopefully it will make this AC run a little bit less. Insulation is next, I know. But if you learned something from this video, I appreciate the like and subscribe. Dave Doc DIY got plenty of videos like this. Thanks for following. See you next time.